G'day guys, welcome to episode 110 of Ask Jack D. Today I take a great question about what is the number one question I would ask Oprah if I got to meet her. Really good question. I reflect on not only on the question I would ask, but also the preparation that is truly important to go into before you have a conversation with somebody you hold in a high regard, and what not to do when you get the chance to ask somebody you admire one question.
28 and I'm trying to shape history, pulling from the sky for some strength to take with me. Line up the stars, fly away quickly and push the world forward like a tidal wave hit me. I ride the wave swiftly, I fear no man.
G'day guys, welcome to episode 110 of Ask Jack D. Today we take a very good question and a very timely question from Kudzai. Is this Facebook, Twitter, Instagram? Twitter. Who asks, Jack, Oprah is in Aussie. If you get to meet her, what's the one question you want to ask her? Hashtag AskJackD. Really good question, because I'm actually going to see her live tomorrow, on Saturday. So that's going to be really, really cool. And this question prompted me to really think about what would I ask Oprah if I met her. Now, here's the thing. It's really important. So with Oprah, what Oprah's magic is her... like her spirit, right? Her philosophies, her principles, her connectedness. She's very wise. And for anybody who just watched her talk show, that'll probably sound a little bit strange because it was an American talk show. However, if you look at particularly her work from probably the last 5 or 10 years, it's incredible, right? And her principles and her philosophies are very true for me and very enlightening. So I'm really comfortable with all of that. I've probably read all her books. I've probably watched all her interviews in terms of when she's been interviewed. So in terms of her principles and philosophies, which is what makes her magic, I probably wouldn't ask her anything around that because I've already heard her say it. And this is the lesson here, is that if and when you get a chance to speak to somebody that you admire and that whose advice and whose counsel you hold in a high regard, it's really important you don't ask them anything you could find on Google. You need to ask them something that's truly unique. Otherwise, because it just demonstrates that you're respecting their time and it demonstrates that you truly respect their opinion. So with Oprah, what I would ask her is, what have you learned? What are the key lessons you have learned from starting, building, and managing a television network? One of the things that I think is great about Oprah is the spread of influence that she has been able to create over her life, particularly coming from nothing. A lot of magazines, including Time and Forbes, list her as the most powerful woman in the world, right? So one thing she doesn't often talk about, that I've found anyway, are the tactics and strategies and the lessons from the amplification of her message. I'm very familiar with her message. What I'm interested in is the strategies, and often business strategies, that she's used to make sure that that message travels out into the world. So I'd be asking her, what lessons have you learned from starting a television network? The reason is, one day I would like to do something similar. Now, it probably won't be a traditional television network because that would be perhaps unwise today, right? She started hers probably 5 or 6 years ago, so it was probably still a great idea back then, and she does a lot of stuff online. But one day I'd like to do something similar, but in a new age, new technology kind of a thing. So that would be the question I would answer. I would listen to and I'm not after, the tactical micro tasks and projects or anything like that. I'm after the macro 2 to 3 major lessons that she's learned that at a guiding principle and philosophical level could help guide that play for me and us one day. Really good question. Thanks for tuning in, guys. I look forward to speaking with you tomorrow.
I've just actualized a wish that I dreamed as a kid. 'Cause I'm lighting up the stars.